You not gonna make my mama, our mama, motherfucking legacy in vain, nigga. Her legacy was me, you, Bruce. You not gonna make her story in vain. You not gonna make her legacy in vain, man. All the shit that you doing out there in the world, man, is judging you on, nigga. That shit bogus as hell. You know you wasn't raised that way, nigga. You know you wasn't raised that way. You should have never mentioned my name in the motherfucking song. I've been cooling out, chilling. I ain't been fucking with you. I've been doing my music. Nigga, you see where the fuck I'm at, nigga. This is what I've been doing. Even though you shut doors and closed doors and blackball me, nigga, I still been doing this shit, nigga, because I believe in me. I believe in me because God gave me a gift that the world is soon gonna know about. You ain't the only nigga that's gifted. Nigga, you know mama got a $500 motherfucking tombstone, nigga. When grandma died, nigga, you didn't even try to go to her funeral, nigga. You didn't even try to assist us with burying her. She ain't got no plaque at all. You know what I'm saying? And my big mama, nigga, Fanny Jones, buried in.
So you heard that, right? What you heard just now was R.Kelly's brother, who goes by the name of Killer Kelly, and he was basically just airing out his beef between him and R.Kelly. And this beef goes back, you know, like years, more than probably like about 10 years or so, around, you know, give or take. And the whole situation was, this is around the time when that notorious video came out. You know, I don't know if you knew about it or if you've seen it or if you haven't seen it, but there was a video circulating a while ago of this this young female who, you know, was having sexual relations with a much older gentleman who looked very much like R. Kelly. And, you know, it caused a whole shitstorm of controversy. Everybody was all up in arms about it. And, you know, R. Kelly got, you know, he was under investigation for it. He got arrested. You know, he was indicted for that. And I guess in that process, he approached his brother and offered him about, you know, allegedly the story goes that he offered his brother about like 50 G's and was like, listen, I'm gonna buy you a house if you take this charge for me. His brother wasn't really feeling that. His brother was like, nah, you know, I'm gonna sit there and what? Get paid, you know, get 50 grand and a house to be a registered sex offender? Which no man in his right mind would do. Sorry. So he didn't take that. So R. Kelly, you know, distanced himself, everything else. And then around that time, a bunch of other people were just coming out saying, yeah, you know, well, Kelly's been known for hitting up underage girls. And of course, everybody knew about the situation with Leah, God bless the dead. You know, that R. Kelly basically married her when she, you know, had to get her, you know, his parents' permission to marry her or whatever else. And flash forward back to more recent times, or, you know, within the last couple of weeks or a month or so, R. Kelly dropped a 19-minute song that he called I Admit. And basically that song was just like, it's R. Kelly's version of Usher's My Confessions. And he basically, for 19 minutes, with no bridge, no hook, just 19 minutes of spilling everything. He poured that bottle of yak out. Like, you know, he admitted he was broke. He admitted that, you know, that he couldn't read. He admitted that, you know, that it was just a lot of shit he admitted. I don't even remember half of the shit because when I heard it, I was just like, really? You know, my man, are you serious? But he admitted to everything with the exception of being responsible for killing Kennedy and for setting up Nixon for Watergate and for sleeping with underage girls. That's probably the three things he didn't mention in that song. But it gets a little better. So, you know, him and his brother were beefing. You know, R. Kelly, you know, their mother passed away, you know, and their grandmother passed away, and it was just, you know, it was like said that R. Kelly kind of like just distanced himself from the family, that he really wasn't, you know, fucking with them much, you know, and he was kind of being really distant and keeping people at arm's distance. And, you know, subsequently R. Kelly won his trial, where he was, you know, on trial for the alleged statutory rape of this young girl who went on the stand, mind you, and said that it wasn't her in the video, even though her friends were like, yeah, that's her doing what she's doing, that's her getting peed on, that's the whole nine. But, you know, she didn't want to admit to it, and without much evidence, what you gonna do? But anyway, I'm just jumping around. So, you know, time goes on. You know, it was said that R. Kelly didn't really, kind of like just diss the whole family. And when his mother passed away, the grandmother got like a $500 headstone, and some of his family members were like broke or whatever else, or struggling. And R. Kelly, is doing tours. But some of the things that R. Kelly said in his song, I admit, was that he was broke, and the reason why he's touring is because he needs the money. Which everyone knows that, when you're in the record industry, you really do make you recoup a lot of your money after, because when you get the advance, the record company automatically, that's going right back to the record company. When you sign a contract and they give you an advance, most people make the mistake and spend it up thinking, I'm going to cop all this. So it's a lot of artists make money touring, and that's why they stay touring and staying relevant, in social media. And if you sign a 360 deal, then you're completely screwed because you're not going to get any money. But that's just another story altogether. So, R. Kelly did his song, and then I guess his brother, Killer Kelly, must have felt a certain way about it. And he ain't like what he hears, so he did what he did. He came out with that joint. And then he just aired my man out. I'm going to play you a cut. I'm going to let you hear it, but I'm gonna let you hear what man said, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna give you my little take on it.
I confess.
Should've never said my name in the song, nigga.
I confess. Didn't admit to this, didn't admit to that, didn't admit the truth. Tell them why you really hate me, Robert, cause you know I got proof. Never want me heard, never want me seen, cause I keep it real fast. Tell them everything you did to take away my record deal. Fast. Couldn't get this, couldn't get that, I was flat broke fast. Back to the lab, ink to the pad, pen gon' smoke fast. Threw me in the deep just to see me drown, yet I float fast. Watch me rise up like Lazarus when God spoke. I confess. I confess. I confess. I confess. Nigga, I told you stop fucking with me. You know that I'll be that G from the streets. When your fans hear this, they gon' push me, please.
Oh. Yeah. Not much to say about that, right? The song was garbage. I'm sorry. I don't know if anybody's a Killer Kelly fan or if anybody's downloaded this trash, but that was basically just trash. There's no other way to put it. I almost drank this whole bottle of shit just listening to this motherfucker because it was garbage. Sorry, man. I can't co-sign that shit. I mean, not that my opinion matters much, but I'm not co-signing that shit. Like, I can't tell none of my people, like, yo, you got to pick up that Killer Kelly joint. The shit is fire. They're going to take it, listen to it, and probably come back and beat my ass for recommending that shit. So, ain't going to happen. You feel me? But you heard it. And I don't know what your thoughts are, leave your thoughts in the bottom, but it was basically, that song was, in my opinion, and me just speaking randomly, that was the musical version of Jim Comey's interview where he was basically saying fuck Trump in a nice way. So basically this was Killer Kelly's musical version of nigga fuck you, like don't call my name, don't mention my name in your song. But what made it worse is, not that the song was trash. That's just the underlying theme. The song was bullshit. But what made it worse is my man in that video is looking like his life was a struggle. And he's sitting up in there in that studio talking about it. And then he sounds like someone's drunk uncle at a party, at a barbecue down south. I don't know about y'all, but that shit had me tripping. I gotta sip more of this yak because I have to. To listen to that shit, I had to literally, I need to sip some yak. You know what I'm saying? But no, man, I don't know what this dude is thinking. I don't know what person produced that shit. Whatever producer did that, I confess, or he should be like, I confess, the producer that did that shit probably went on a self-imposed exile. He ain't never gonna be able to make no more tracks for no rap. I don't give a fuck if it's the trashiest rapper in the south side of Chicago with a fucking, like, yo, I got bars. They gonna be like, yo, wait, didn't you produce that nigga Killer Kelly's joint? Yeah, I did it. Nah, I can't fuck with you, son. That's what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? That was The production was trash. The vocals was just bullshit. Nigga need to invest in a better mic. You know, like, did he do that shit with a fucking phone? Yo, dudes is wilding out here today, man. But, you know, that's just my opinion. I don't really know the whole situation between the Kelly brothers. You know, R. Kelly got his music pulled from Spotify. A lot of online music streaming sites pulled his music because of, you know, well, of course, they waited till after, you know, people were like, yeah, he's kidnapping women and got a sex cult going on. That's R. Kelly. You know, I'm not condoning it. Don't get me wrong, but this is my thing with Killer Kelly. If you knew your brother was doing all this grimy shit, nigga, why you wait till now? And you ain't even you're really not saying much. So basically, you were enabling your brother to go out there and fuck with these little females because what, you were getting some cheese out of it? You know, like you turned a blind eye? Because I remember a couple years ago when Torre did the interview and he asked R. Kelly, you know, do you like underage girls? And R. Kelly was like, well, define underage. That's like Bill Clinton when they asked him, you know, about the Monica Lewinsky thing, and he was like, well, it depends on what the word is. Nigga, did you fucking sleep with that dude? And I don't give a fuck what nobody says. This is just off topic. Bill Clinton fucking smashed the shit out of Monica Lewinsky. I don't give a fuck. He could sit there and say, I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Bullshit, my man. You was smashing the shit out of that ass. Don't front, because I know if it was me, I'd be up on the podium like, yo, you know what? Yeah, I fucked the shit out of shorty. What you gonna do? I'm the president, my man. What? She came in, gave the president some friggin', you know, she gave me a little sloppy toppy. I blessed her friggin' synagogue, you feel me? Holla. Sip that yak, my man. Everybody up in arms with that bullshit. So what? Bill Clinton got a little saying, yeah, he got some head in the office, probably friggin' stuck it up her ass or whatever. But Bill Clinton ain't sell the country out. He ain't friggin' go against his against the intelligence agencies. Yeah, you know, Republicans were up in arms, and this should have had me tripping. Again, this is just off subject. This is probably completely off subject. This is what got me tripping with the Republicans. They were up in arms because Bill Clinton got some head. The current resident of the White House paid off hookers, slept with porn stars, and practically sold out the country. But y'all ain't got no problem with this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Refused to even acknowledge or pay any respect to John McCain when the dude died. Mind you, John McCain's history of how he voted while he was in office, you know, in Congress, whatever, is well known. We knew that he voted against the Martin Luther King Day Act. He voted against certain. He voted a lot of things. He was a war hawk. He was very much in favor of, you know, of supporting the war and, you know, what other countries would profit from. Granted, but when it counted, well, I won't say when it counted. In his later years, when he went up against Barack Obama with Sarah Palin, and then we had that misinformed individual that was like, oh, Barack Obama's a Muslim, he's a terrorist. You know, instead of playing into that person's fears and be like, yeah, you know, fuck Barack and blah, 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 which we know Trump would have done. What he did was he said, no, he's a decent human being, he's an American citizen, we just have differences of opinions. That was it. And that right there is what kind of made a lot of people respect him, because it's like, all right, cool. You know, if he did win the presidency, you would have known it. He wouldn't have been one of these people that would have been sitting there stoking fears and everything else. You know, he's also, a lot of y'all people sitting there, you know, I read comments, people were like saying, yeah, McCain's dead, he's a traitor, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? If McCain had given a thumbs up to repealing and replacing Obamacare, a lot of y'all wouldn't have any goddamn insurance right now, be beefing about, yeah, you know, McCain sold everybody out. So it's a damn if you do, damn if you don't situation. You can't please the world. McCain stood for, you know what I'm saying, he admitted he made mistakes. And he's a maverick and he did things his own way. But in the end, when it counted, he showed respect and decorum, and that was the most important thing. And he gave the great big F you to my man by saying, I don't even want you in my motherfucking funeral saying shit about me. Another sip for my man McCain with a great big F you to Trump. Holla. Yeah, but back to R. Kelly and Killer Kelly. you know, it's a fucked up situation with that whole family. But my advice to my man Killer Kel, don't rap no more. You know, it's, you know, like, we actually got feedback from my man, you know, who listened to it, and they were like, yo, what do you think of it? And, you know, we'll check out, you know, let's find out what my man, you know, find out what he said, and, you know, we'll listen to his review on that one.
John in Tennessee, go ahead. What you want to say?
That shit is fucking trash, dog. Get the fuck off the airwaves.
Oh.
My man gave his review. That shit was fucking trash. That was trash, my nigga. I can't kill it because I can't fuck with you, fam. That shit was so bad, it made friggin' Iggy Azalea's freestyle sound a lot better. And actually, you know, check out Iggy Azalea. I can never get her name right, because I don't know how the fuck did she become popular? She did one song on what that guy, Ariana Grande's joint, that One Less Problem, and all of a sudden she became like a superstar. But as time will tell, or has told, she couldn't even get a tour going. Like, no one bought tickets to see her show. So yeah, but check out Azalea, check out Iggy, and you're gonna see what I'm talking about. Check it out.
Cause the whole world is watching and the paparazzi is flocking, and we fly shit when we drop in, and we shut down your part, Tim and his and.
Oof. Yeah. That shit was trash. Woo. Man. Yeah, garbage. But I can't front. The worst shit I ever heard in my damn life. Anyway, this has been Flavor Reviews. I don't know what else to say about that joint, but if you like the content, you know what to do. You see that subscribe button on the bottom. You hit that, you press that bell to get updated on whenever I post new shit, because you know I'll be posting some new stuff. You know, it's just, you know, I'm not trying to be political. It's just me giving my reviews with a little bit of humor attached to it. Give your opinion, you know what I'm saying? Comment, subscribe, share, pass it on. You know, good, bad, or different, man. Let me hear your thoughts. Let me know what you want to talk about next, or I'm just going to start picking some other topics, and, you know, y'all just going to have to sit and listen to me rant. Old man rant, feel me? But yeah, you know, definitely pick that up, and, you know, do your thing. Thank you for listening to me. Well, you know, thanks for sharing a few minutes with me. And, you know, sip that yak, man. You're good.